Hello and welcome to And Now Back to the Studio. This is a brand new current affairs programme which will be looking at the issues you're interested in. On tonight's show, we'll be looking at the whys and wherefores of genetically modified food. Food is a very controversial subject. If you would like to put your point across or ask us a question, give us a call or send us a fax on 0800 61 61 16. If you have access to email, why not write in? Our address is nowbacktothestudio@bbc.co.uk. Let's take a look around our studio, if you want to follow me. Over here is Kirsty, who is our internet operator. How's it going, Kirsty?
Fine, thank you. I've actually had quite a lot of emails from people wanting to know what GM food is all about. I've also had quite a few questions on the field trials, which have been causing a lot of controversy recently.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for that. And this is Tarquin, who is our resident satirical artist, who every week will be giving his own insights into the current issues of the time. How's it going, Tarquin?
Oh, very well. I'm just finishing off now and you'll be able to see the end results at the end of the show.
Excellent. I'd like to welcome Dr. Helen Bowen-Ashwin to the studio. Hi, thanks for being here. Now, perhaps you can go through some of the reasons for and against genetically modified food. It's not, after all, just a scientific argument, it's also ethical and political. But perhaps we could just stick to the facts for the moment. What do you think the reasons for genetically modified food are?
Sure, I think what a lot of people don't realise is that GM is not an untested science. GM was first pioneered in 1981, and it wasn't until 96 that farmers actually began using the products. That's 15 years, during which time over 25,000 field trials have taken place, and many times in lab tests as well. And these products go through rigorous analysis by dozens of national and international committees. GM's a science, and for that reason, it's more precise than traditional breeding methods.
Traditional plant breeding, about which most of us feel very comfortable, involves breeders mixing thousands of genes from one plant with thousands of genes from another plant with very little idea of what the result will be. GM, on the other hand, involves transferring only one or two genes about which we know a great deal. Scientists say this is infinitely more precise and safe than anything we have done before.
Because everything on Earth has a common ancestry, we also have a lot of common genes, so using DNA from different species is not as strange as you think. 35% of genes found in humans can also be found in plants, and 50% can be found in the common fruit fly. One of the significant benefits of GM is the high yield. Today we grow more food than ever before using less land, and there are twice as many trees today than there were in the 1920s. This obviously would mean more room for wildlife, and because there would be less need for fertilisers, insecticides and other chemicals, there'd be less chance of pollution.
And what are the arguments against GM foods?
One of the biggest problems is this is a new technology and we don't know what's going to happen 10, 50, 100 years down the line. There hasn't been a substantial test of human consumers. There's been no segregation between those who have eaten GM foods and a group of the population that hasn't.
Maybe we don't really need it in the West. What about the argument that it could be very beneficial for people living in the third world?
That's true, the potential's there, but would we really want to make them our guinea pigs?
Thanks, Dr. Helen Bowen-Ashwin. And now let's go and see how Tarquin is getting on with our satirical sketch. Well, it looks fabulous. Are you pleased with it?
Yes, thank you, yes. I'm looking forward to hearing what the viewers think next week and hearing all their ideas.
Okay, thanks for that. For this week, look out for the info burst at the end of the programme, along with details of our phone, fax, email and web addresses too. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next week. From everybody here, bye-bye.